to grow, and space to relax. Come visit Ham Lake and see for yourself what you are missing. Ham Lake is convenient country living.
Welcome back into Furniture and Things here in Elk River, Minnesota. Terrific barn playing host to 2 semifinals today and a section final coming up next week. Let's see how the first period played out. It was Centennial who came out fast and loose. Rogers had some good looks early. Easton Cody with a couple of big saves, and then Centennial lighting the lamp. Tanner Gracek seeing his shot trickle through at 3:28. And then Alex Clampett, man, he buried that one top corner. A beauty of a goal. Assists going to Searles and Robinson. It was 2-0, 9:21 in. And then a greasy goal, just what Rogers needed. Cole Bumgarner scooting it through from underneath the collapsed Centennial defender. That was Kellen Crumweedy in that scramble in the blue paint, and Rogers on the board. And fortunate to be down just a goal, it feels like right now, Corey.
Yeah, like you said, the way they played, Rogers is very fortunate to be down just by 1, and we'll see what happens here in the second period.
Taking a look at head coach Rich Meny and his Cougar resume this year. 17 wins for Centennial, and really the Cougars, outside of a little 3-game losing streak where they lost to 3 good teams on the road, Andover, Elk River, and Maple Grove, all in a basically week-long stretch. They have been on a tear where since the start of 2024, I mean, this team have been absolutely buzzing with 14 of their last 17 unbeaten, and not quite the offensive and defensive numbers as maybe a Rogers, but I think if we looked at the snapshot of these last few weeks, this is not a surprise result that they're hanging tough with a really good Rogers team.
Sometimes, too, it's getting hot at the right time of the year, you know. They figured their stuff out. They went through their bumps. Centennial did. They figured their stuff out. Now they're rolling. But, hey, they matched up with a good Rogers team. We'll see here what happens in the second period.
Searles will get set to face off here with Jake Vukic. Third line of forwards for the Royals. Top line for Centennial. We're underway here in the start of the second period. Good interception here from Alex Clampett, but can't clear the zone for Centennial. We showed you the numbers in the first period. Centennial this year, when leading after 1, 13-0-1, as that'll scoot up, get stuck between the glass and the net. I don't know how that hopped up out of the corner, but we got a stoppage here. 16:33 left to play, and somebody maybe better go get that puck before somebody bangs into the boards, and we got 2 pucks in play all of a sudden.
Which one do we pick?
It'll stay there for now. Searles wins the snapshot draw here for Centennial, and Peterson will whip it around the boards up ahead to Alex Clampett, who had the terrific second goal. Nelson fires glove side. Nice save there on the stretch by Aiden Dietrich.
Larceny there. That's a great save. Top of the crease. Great save there for Aiden Dietrich to start the second period. Sometimes too, that goalie has to touch the puck right there. Comes out, feels the puck, you know, settles down. Good play there.
Getting that first touch early in the period. Get right back into the game as Dietrich tracks that one through, rearing his head around a lot of traffic. Jackson Smith Connect goes up and shoves one of the Cougars into the backboards. A little bit of extracurriculars after the play. That was Smith Connect mixing it up with Logan Adams. Couple of big bodies going at it behind the goal.
Yes, there were some big boys going at it there, fighting for some territory. Not much territory to fight over.
Adams at 6'3", 170. Smith Connect 6'5", 185. The junior, as we said, committed to Colorado College. Gracek jammed it up at the half wall. Rogers breakout pass intercepted by Ty Escobedo, who rings it in around the boards, back in deep for Centennial. Rogers get to it first and pass it out up ahead of the wing. Mason Jensen on the centering feed to Deschene. Look at that speed. Deschene out wide, had the open net as he drew Cody out of his crease, but couldn't throw it in front. How about that skating from Deschene? Everything but the finish, as Smith Connect has his shot off to the side of the cage, blockered there away by Cody. Switched across to Maddie Hauser. Puts it back in behind the net of Centennial. Escobedo caroms it out off ahead of his own bench, and Cougars will take the opportunity here to change lines. Pass intended for Jensen. Good read by Peterson to step up. Now Harper Searles stepping into the zone, had it nicked off his stick by Mason Jensen. Here goes the future Ohio State Buckeye, but gets a few strides in and had it jostled free by Cooper Hare and the Cougars.
That was some phenomenal skating there. Those first strides, he blew the defender away. Great skating there.
Peterson steps in front for another takeaway, plays a nice little 1-2 with Searles and buries it between the pads of Aiden Dietrich. Austin Peterson, a defenseman who is confident getting up and joining the rush. Here's that good look from Deschene, just blowing by everybody and couldn't quite pull off the final dangle. That would have been a highlight reel goal.
He just was behind the net and he couldn't quick flip it out to the front there. He had Jensen in front. He just couldn't quite sneak it out there.
Jensen with 16 goals in the season, couple of top liners. Great look. Peterson's shot tipped up and out of play as he was closed out on the perimeter by number 6, Drew Kreckelberg. 14:33 left to play in the second.
Those are things that don't show up on the score sheet, but right there, a huge deflection, saves a shot going to the net. Great play there by Kreckelberg.
Now Kreckelberg's in the circle to face off with Harper Searles of Centennial. Wins the quick draw. Peterson fires a shot off the shoulder at Dietrich. Clampett waiting for the rebound, tries to stuff one back out in front. Bumgarner has it for Rogers, and it's brushed back out to neutral ice. A couple of dangles with it by Nolan Gertis of Rogers, able to slip it along now to his D partner Kurtz. Gets it ahead and whacked in by Brock Cheslock around the glass and around the wall to Bumgarner on the far side. Second line of forwards for Rogers of Kreckelberg, Cheslock, and Bumgarner. Here's Searles steering in a low one and is paddled away by Dietrich. Out front to Searles, tried to dish it off to Clampett, who is waiting on the near side with a wide open net. Pushed it to the corner instead. Good look for Centennial there as Nelson is muscled off the puck by Nolan Gertis. Gertis dancing with it, able to find Kurtz, the sophomore. Searles tried to step up. Kurtz able to flutter it back out to neutral, and Cole Bumgarner will skate it back in behind his own red line to the Cougars, making line changes. Here comes Bumgarner. Still Bumgarner, and lost it on the last stick handle move. I think Escobedo got in there and notched it free. Robinson ahead on the rush, has it picked off the end of his stick by Rogers and Matty Hauser. Big collision over there as Drew Kreckelberg went slamming up into Ty Escobedo at Centennial. Cougars able to clear. Rogers skated back in their own zone with 13 minutes left to play in the second period. Smith connects. Desperately heaving it out of the zone. Joey Ever forechecking. It tipped off of his stick, went into the Centennial bench.
Seems to me that Centennial has the Rogers Royals here on their heels. Every play is, it's pass, out of the zone. Centennial just fits it back in every time here. They got them kind of pinned up in their zone.
Dave Brown looking on, the fifth-year head coach of the Royals, looking for some answers. Brown, who has really brought this Rogers team and this program to heights that they really haven't achieved before. It's a program that's never made a state tournament. Keaton Weiss gets loose behind the cage, threw it out front, slips all the way back to Smith Connect. Smith Connect centering it into Weiss again. Weiss and Smith Connect link up, and it's banked up top to Mason Wonka. Wonka on a second effort, able to shoot it around Searles, still loose. Cody able to control the rebound eventually, and again some pushing and shoving after the play as Wonka was closing in on the Centennial netminder.
There's a little area in front of that net. I call that tough man territory right there. There was some good scrums going on down low. That puck was loose again. All Rogers guys are converted to that crease area. Smart play there by Rogers.
Rogers have been the runner-up in the section the last 2 years to Maple Grove, hoping that they will have to come from behind a second year in a row against Centennial to get back to the title game. As we said, Rogers have never been to the state tournament in school history. Northwest Suburban Conference champions the last 2 years, finished 4th this past season. Dave Brown coming over after he was a assistant at Wayzata, where he was on the coaching staff with Pat O'Leary, and during his first year as an assistant coach was part of Wayzata's 2016 state tournament winning team with the Trojans. Hoping to bring a little bit of that Pat O'Leary philosophy and magic over to Rogers, and he's done it really well, getting Rogers on the brink the last couple of years. Up ahead to Clampett. Fires. Comfortable save from a long way out for Aiden Dietrich.
One of those things where last year you knock on the door, or this year you knock the door down. And it's sitting here for it to happen for Rogers. They got Maple Grove waiting for next Thursday, and it's up to one of these teams to go play them. So we'll see.
Meantime, Centennial, I mean, they've been there before, but it's been a little bit. They have not been to state in 6 years. They have not played in a section final in 3 years, and certainly come in highly motivated with the way their season ended last year to this Rogers squad. Up 2 goals going into the 3rd period, and then seeing Parker Deschene score twice inside the final 4.5 minutes of regulation to steal it away from them at Fogarty Arena in Blaine last year. Drew Kreckelberg ushers it ahead to Cole Bumgarner, left it on the blue line for Cunningham for Centennial back skating. Escobedo works it back to him in the corner, bounces by Smith Connect, and the Royals have to retreat back into their own zone. Again, this has been a lot of the period for Rogers, skating back, retreating in their own defensive zone as Cougars have been locking things down in the middle of the ice. Cunningham ringing around the wall again, played out by Dietrich. In front, hammer-headed on the feed from Cunningham, couldn't snap the shot off, and the puck loose harmlessly in behind the red line now. Rogers tried to break it out.
Sorry, Matt, he couldn't get to sit down. He was too open in front. Great play there.
Good shot by Cunningham, paddled aside. Carls tried to cycle it back out in front, and skated out of here by Drew Kreckelberg of the Royals. Passed along by Cheslock. Walking the line is Cole Bumgarner, waiting for the reinforcements to come in off the bench. Tries to sweep it ahead for Mason Wonka, taken away by the Cougars again. Tanner Gracek had his first pass blocked, his second intercepted. Jake Vukic down the right wing runs into a couple of Cougar bodies as Cooper Hare lowers the shoulder on him out front and snapped wide on the Keaton Weiss shot. Might have been a Cougar stick or two in there from Hare.
Rogers has got a second gear here. They're coming.
Wonka slips it through. Sprawling to the ice was Vukic. Back in possession of Austin Peterson and the Cougars. Giveaway ahead of the Cougar bench. And now surging forward with the puck, Brock Cheslock, whose older brother was one of the 2 Mr. Hockey finalists that the Royals had last season who graduated. His older brother Chase went off to play junior hockey as that one slung in there by Cheslock. And his older brother got called up in midway through the junior hockey season, is playing for St. Thomas as we get a look at that golden opportunity for the Cougars moments ago.
Great play there in front. Hammer just couldn't quite lay it down, and then Rogers gets another chance too. Puck is going to that tight man area, tough man territory, and hey, we'll see who can battle in that area.
Wearing a big check as he moved it along was Kellen Searles. We saw Searles wear the big shot block that had him shaken up coming off the ice. He's back into the fold here in the second period. We're in that last hit. Worked out by Heath Nelson, almost through to Clampett. Good read as it was broken up by Nolan Gertis. Gertis, little jumpy, gets in offside with his teammate Parker Deschene in ahead of him in the offside position.
He needed a one size bigger skate on that play.
So coming back to the neutral zone with 8:52 left to play, and we saw that fast flying first period, and I think this is the way that Centennial wanted to see this period so far play out, Corey. A couple of decent chances, but for the most part, this has been Centennial's period.
Yep,
keeping it calm.
You're right. This is exactly what they want to do. Smother Rogers. That's exactly what they want to do, Matt.
Rogers getting the cycle going into the corner. Mason Jensen slipped it through the slot. And now Swanson fires it wide into the corner again. Jensen turns it in. Another save made by Cody with the glove. 8:26 left to go. And the Royals will swap out lines here for the offensive zone faceoff.
Smart play there by Cody. He's starting to feel Rogers build momentum, build confidence. So what's he do? takes the whistle, slows the play down a little bit. Smart play there by Cody.
Talks about how Rogers lost some big firepower at the top of their lines from last year. Centennial graduated 62% of their point scoring from a 15-win team that almost made the section final last year. And a lot of folks thought, okay, they had one great player in Harper Searles coming back, who, if he elected not to take any junior hockey opportunities and stay playing high school, there might not be much left around him, but that has been far from the case as Searles has come back, and he has certainly been the leader in scoring in the Centennial team, but a lot of other guys have stepped up at some big roles, and Rich Menne's team once again right on the precipice of getting to a section final. They're controlling, as we said, this second period after taking a 2-goal lead in the first early on. Kreckelberg, right side, centered, snapped by Bumgarner, and it didn't get through to Cody. Oh, who makes an unbelievable save, rolling onto his backside to deny Cole Bumgarner on the cross crease feed. What a play, and maybe the save of the year out of Easton Cody.
Roll the highlight reel. That was Dominic Hasek on his stomach, made a twirling play right there. That was great save.
Cody was calling for an icing call. I think he wanted us just to roll the replay on the big board here at Furniture and Things. Smith connects, toe dragging his shot, deflected wide to the corner.
Rogers has this ice tilted towards their end here, big time.
Dietrich covers, 7:05 left to go in the period, and the type of save that Easton Cody just made, you can't practice this.
The first one was huge. This one here was even bigger. Wow. Big time.
What a play.
Yes. Speechless.
That is the save that you practice in your backyard, close your eyes and dream about, let alone don't think about having the chance to make in a game. Cody will ice it a little more nonchalantly here off the carom off the wall and behind. 2-1 Centennial inside 7 minutes left to go in the second period.
That save too. Remember that in our memory bank. That could be the game saver right there.
Another angle at it. Wow. What else do you say about this? You've been talking about it throughout the night, Corey, how aggressively that Cody has kind of attacked the edge of the crease trying to make those saves. So he left himself vulnerable to that cross crease pass, but still had the athleticism to cover the whole goal.
Baumgartner just couldn't quite lay that and get that into the net, that wide open net there.
Nolan Gertis will sauce it in behind Cody. Last 2 years, Centennial have had 2 really solid goalies. Cody, now a junior, and Gavin Shawn, who last year was a junior, now a senior, who basically have pretty much 50-50 split the starts the last 2 years, but each year wraparound attempt tried by Heath Nelson, walled off by Dietrich. Escobedo will hold the line, clamp it, throws it in front, tipped home. Heath Nelson with the redirection, and Centennial's got a 2-goal lead back.
Exactly what Centennial needed there. Another unfortunate bounce, but hey, keep putting the puck towards the net. Good things happen. Great play again by Centennial. 3-1 here in the second period.
Nice job by Escobedo to hold the line, clamp it with the spinorama backhander in front, and Heath Nelson, his team leading 32nd of the season. Searles was waiting there, but Nelson with ultimately the one celebrating and applying the final touch.
The key to that play, 2 Centennial guys in the crease area for that goal. Nice job. Centennial with get that 2-goal lead back.
Comes at 10:51 of the second period. Centennial 3, Rogers 1. And remember, this is far from over. Centennial are going to have to lock down the rest of the game. They were up 2 going into the third before seeing it end in regulation in a 5-4 loss to the Royals at Fogarty Arena last year.
What a change in momentum, though. Rogers had the Cougars on the ropes there for a little bit. That goal kind of shut them down again.
Kreckelberg, his shot steered wide. Now Kellen Crumweedy brushing it inside here in the breakout for Cooper Hare. Hare centers, Adams there, trying to dance with it, And it knocked off of his stick, and now Kreckelberg jets the other way for Rogers. Kreckelberg shown out wide by Gracek. Takes it in low and leaked back to the blue line here. Matty Hauser. Hauser fires from the high slot. Cody all over that one, corrals it. Cody had come in great form, back-to-back shutouts to end last season. We were talking about it. Gavin Shawn, who had pretty much split starts with the last 2 years, but